Steve Peterson here with Infinity Investment, standing in front of 1433 12th Ave in East Oakland. Now, this is a historical landmark. It's a Presbyterian church that was built in the late 1800s. Used to be the home of Grace Temple Baptist Church. They were here for many, many decades. It served this community very, very well. I sold this church building for them, I want to say 2015, 2016, and they moved and they paid cash for a building in East Oakland, which is where they are now. And so what's going on with this building today is that my good friend John Easton is the listing agent, and he was selling this property. I represent the buyer for this property, Deetra, from Strive Wealth Builders, who is going to be developing this old historical church into affordable housing while maintaining the historical integrity of this site. At the same time, creating a much more functional site for this building, which used to be a church, and it has been the last few years as kind of a school and a little bit of artist housing, but now it's going to be affordable housing. Now the property is in contract, it's just pending, and we're going to go inside, take a look, talk to the developer, get her ideas and her vision on the project. So come on with me, y'all, check out this property. Look at this amazing cathedral space. Now, talking about if you're in the stained glass, this thing right here, one of a kind. Look at that organ. Look at that organ. So this is like real talk, original wood from the 1800s. Amazing. And this development is going to maintain a lot of these historical elements, which means you can bring in housing, supportive services, and still keep the historical swag of a building like this. Just amazing. You're rolling into the multi-purpose room. You gotta check this room out. This building, you gotta check this room out. Oh, it's stunning, stunning. Take a look at the floors. Now, them floors are newer, but they really, really go well with the rest of this property. Take a look at that stained glass. Take a look at that. Here we go. Small stained glass, an amazing, amazing structure. Check this out. Now, I think this is gonna have to stay in the property because I don't know how you would get these down the flight of stairs. But it looks so good, you might as well just build around it. And check this out. I don't see this every day. This bathroom was just built out. Look at that. Look at this. Nice little bathroom hidden away. Wouldn't even thought it was there. Just wrapping up this property tour, an amazing property. I wanted you guys to see the architecture, the integrity, the potential, and in a couple years when you see this building, you're gonna really understand where it came from and to where it's at, and the significance of properties like these being repurposed to service the needs of the community, the neighborhood, and the marketplace. Stay tapped in. So hey guys, I'm here with Deetra Harris and Will Bradshaw. These are the developers for this property at 1433 12th Ave, which is a historical church, or it used to be a Presbyterian church, the former home of Grace Temple Baptist Church. And Deetra and Will are in contract on this property to develop it. It hasn't closed yet, so we're in contract, but it is going to be developed into affordable housing, which I think is amazing, while maintaining the historical integrity of this landmark property. So Deetra, why don't you talk for a minute about what your vision is for this property?
Absolutely. I'm very excited to be a part of this project, and I want to thank Will, who came out to join us today from New Orleans. So thank you, Will, for joining us.
Absolutely.
So our vision for this project is to redevelop the existing structure, which is a historical church. Our plan is to remodel the church and rehab the church into 12 affordable units inside of the church. And then our second phase of this project would include new construction of 30 units to the rear of the church. So that's our plans: supportive and affordable housing, as well as transitional housing. In addition to that, we are launching a navigation center that will hold 20 rooms for the homeless population, as well as a multi-purpose room, which we're standing in today, beautiful multi-purpose room. And
Beautiful.
the idea of this multi-purpose room is to invite local medical and dental clinics to this area that can assist our residents with services of those needs, and some outreach and recovery programs for alcohol and drug prevention programs as well. In addition to that, we have a commercial kitchen, which is located on the first floor, that will serve approximately 3 meals to our program participants daily, as well as outsourced to the community for healthy eating programs. And that's our vision, and we're just looking forward to getting this project launched.
I mean, and that's an amazing vision, because it's not just housing. We talked about supportive services, and health is such a big issue in our community. And so I'm glad you touched on that and then baked that into this plan. Now, projects like these typically will get financed with tax credits. And the tax credit world is somewhat of a mystery to many of us in the business. And we've got with us Will Bradshaw, who is an expert in that space. And this project will include an element of tax credits. So Will, why don't you talk about the importance of tax credits in general, but particularly for projects like these, so that affordable housing can actually get built and brought to market?
Sure. Thanks so much, Steve. As Deidre already said, super excited to be working on this project. Really excited about the vision and the potential for this particular site. Tax credits in general are really a way to incentivize private investment through using public resources. But the public resources are used indirectly, right? So that in a project like this, both for the preservation of a cultural asset, this landmark building, historic church that we're standing in, that there are credits available that are offset the construction cost for renovating this facility, getting it back in commerce. In addition, there's an additional tax credit, an affordable housing tax credit, that is generated by providing affordable housing. And the magic of tax credits in general is you take a liability, your requirement to pay income tax or other taxes, either as a business or an individual, and you turn that liability into an asset by making an investment in a project like this one. And so what we will be doing, and specifically what my role on the development team is to identify the process and the partners that will help transform this facility into the type of facility that Deidre just described. But in addition to that, on the investor side, we'll take the investor's tax liability and turn it into an investment in the recreation and rebirth of this beautiful church that we're standing in.
And that's amazing. And that's just the formula of how these types of deals get done, that maybe wouldn't pencil traditionally, but are so valuable to a community. And actually a resource, and like what you just said, taking a liability, an investor's liability, and turning it into an asset. So what we're doing here at this project is it suits the community, it suits housing, it suits needs through the commercial uses and supportive services, and it solves some problems in the marketplace for investors who are looking, who have tax liability, who can turn that tax liability into the asset of affordable housing. So you guys stay tuned to this project. We'll be keeping you in the loop. Thanks a lot, Deidre and Will, for your time today, and best of success in this project.